Have you ever wondered if something as routine as your urination habits could hold the key to your longevity? In this video, we uncover the surprising connection between how you manage your daily bathroom visits and how long you might live after 70. From real-life stories like Mr. L's inspiring journey to essential tips for maintaining urinary health, we explore vital information that's often overlooked. Stay with us until the end to discover practical strategies that could enhance your quality of life and help you lead a longer, healthier future. And don't miss out on these crucial insights that could make all the difference in your golden years. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Mr. L's morning routine. Meet Mr. L, a man who, despite being in his 70s, is a living embodiment of energy, vitality, and an unwavering zest for life. His spirit defies the common expectations of aging, where many might slow down. Mr. L embraces each day with the same enthusiasm he's carried throughout his life. When the early rays of the morning sun gently warm the horizon, he feels a renewed sense of purpose, one that has only grown stronger over time. His morning routine is a sacred ritual, a foundation that not only keeps his body active, but also nurtures his mental and emotional well-being. Every morning begins the same way, with Mr. L rising just before dawn. He relishes the quiet moments when the world is still at rest. For him, these early hours are precious, a time when he feels most connected to himself and the beauty of life. So with a deep breath, he starts his day with a series of gentle stretches in his living room. This simple act of stretching isn't just about loosening tight muscles. It's a moment of mindfulness where he tunes into his body, appreciating the strength and flexibility he's maintained over the years. Each stretch is deliberate, reminding him of how far he has come and how much he still has to give. Once his body feels warmed up and alive, Mr. L slips into his walking shoes and steps outside for his daily walk around the neighborhood. The crisp morning air fills his lungs, invigorating him with every step. As he walks, he takes in the world around him, the vibrant colors of the gardens lining the streets, the sound of birds chirping their morning melodies, and the occasional friendly wave from a neighbor. These little moments, often overlooked by others, bring him a profound sense of joy. For Mr. L, the beauty of the world is in the details, and his keen eye allows him to appreciate the small wonders that each day offers. It's as if the universe itself is rewarding him for his unwavering commitment to staying active. Mr. L's walk isn't just about physical exercise. It's a spiritual experience as well. With each step, he reflects on the gratitude he feels for being able to maintain such an active lifestyle. He's not walking simply to stay fit. He's walking to celebrate life, to honor the body that has carried him through so many seasons of his journey. He moves with purpose, each footfall a quiet testament to his determination to keep moving forward, no matter what challenges aging might bring. After his walk, Mr. L returns home, feeling energized and ready for the next part of his routine, a nutritious breakfast. For him, breakfast is not just a meal, it's a form of self-care. He carefully prepares his favorite foods, whole grains, fresh, colorful fruits, and a large glass of water. He understands the importance of starting the day with a balanced meal that nourishes both his body and mind. Hydration in particular is something he never takes lightly. Over the years, he's learned that staying properly hydrated keeps his energy levels steady and helps his body function at its best. As he sits down to enjoy his meal, he feels a quiet satisfaction, knowing that these small choices add up to something much bigger, a long, healthy life. But Mr. L's morning isn't complete without a visit to his beloved garden. Tending to his plants has become one of his greatest passions, a therapeutic activity that brings him immense joy and peace. Gardening is more than just a hobby for Mr. L. It's a way of staying connected to the earth, to the cycle of life. As he carefully prunes, waters, and nurtures his plants, he feels a sense of calm wash over him. The garden is a reflection of his journey, constant growth, change, and renewal. Each new bloom, each fresh sprout reminds him that there is always something to learn, always something to cultivate, both in the garden and within himself. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. Yet for all his dedication to maintaining a healthy, active lifestyle, Mr. L has recently found himself facing an unexpected challenge. Over the past few weeks, he's noticed subtle but troubling changes in his body, particularly in his urination habits. Where he once enjoyed uninterrupted nights of restful sleep, he now finds himself waking up more frequently to use the bathroom. At first, he brushed off as just another part of getting older after all. Isn't that what happens to everyone? But as the nights turned into weeks, and those bathroom trips became more frequent, he could no longer ignore the shift in his routine. What started as a mild inconvenience soon became a source of frustration. Mr. L, who cherished his restful nights and peaceful mornings, now found himself feeling groggy and fatigued during the day. His once restorative sleep was interrupted multiple times, leaving him irritated and out of sorts. Worse still, he began to notice that even after his morning walk, he struggled to fully empty his bladder, a sensation that left him feeling uncomfortable and unsettled. At first, Mr. L hesitated to confront the reality of what was happening. Was this just another sign of aging? One of those things that everyone told him to expect? Or could it be something more serious, something that required his attention? These thoughts swirled in his mind, and with each passing day, his concern grew. The once vibrant man who felt in control of his health and well-being now felt a growing unease. Despite his initial reluctance, Mr. L knew that he couldn't ignore these changes any longer. He had always been someone who took pride in listening to his body, in paying attention to the signals it sent him. This time was no different. He realized that changes in urination, especially frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, could be an early warning sign of something more significant, perhaps a urinary tract infection, prostate issues, or another health condition that shouldn't be ignored. In a moment of quiet reflection, Mr. L understood that his body was telling him something important, and he needed to listen. Just as he had always been diligent about maintaining his physical activity and healthy eating habits, he now recognized the importance of monitoring his urinary health. These seemingly small changes were not just inconveniences, they were signals that something wasn't right, and ignoring them could lead to more serious complications down the road. By taking proactive steps, Mr. L decided to seek advice from his doctor. He knew that addressing these changes early could make all the difference in preserving his quality of life. After all, Mr. L wasn't just focused on living a long life, he was committed to living a vibrant, fulfilling one. By confronting these health challenges head-on, he was ensuring that he could continue to lead the active, joyful life that he had worked so hard to maintain. Mr. L's story is a powerful reminder that aging is not just about the passage of time. It's about how we respond to the changes that come with it. His experience highlights the importance of being attuned to our bodies, of recognizing when something feels off, and of taking action before it becomes a larger issue. Just as Mr. L has cultivated his garden with care and attention, so too does he now approach his health with mindfulness, respect, and a deep understanding that our well-being is something that must be nurtured at every stage of life. As Mr. L continues his journey, he remains as committed as ever to his morning routine, a daily practice that grounds him in the present moment, fills him with gratitude, and reminds him of the beauty and fragility of life. And now, with a renewed sense of awareness about his health, he moves forward with confidence, knowing that he has the power to shape his future, one mindful step at a time. Common urination issues in the elderly. As we age, our bodies undergo numerous changes, and one of the most commonly overlooked yet impactful areas is the urinary system. Urination problems are alarmingly widespread among older adults, with research revealing that nearly 50% of men over 60 experience some form of urinary issue, while 30% of women face similar struggles. These numbers reflect a reality that many seniors might not openly discuss, but is an undeniable part of aging. In a society where the population is living longer than ever, addressing these issues becomes essential for preserving both physical health and quality of life. As we get older, it's natural for the bladder and urinary system to experience some degree of wear and tear. The bladder, once elastic and flexible, begins to lose its ability to stretch as it once did. This reduced elasticity leads to a decreased capacity to hold urine, which explains why many older adults experience a frequent and urgent need to urinate, even when their bladder is not full. It's a frustrating shift for many, especially for those who have lived active, independent lives. This sudden change can feel like an invasion of their autonomy, and often they may be left wondering what went wrong. For men, one of the most prevalent conditions that contributes to urination difficulties is benign prostatic hyperplasia, BEEF. This non-cancerous enlargement of the prostate is so common that it affects almost 70% of men in their 70s. As the prostate enlarges, it presses against the urethra, the narrow tube through which urine passes, making urination increasingly difficult. Men with BF often struggle with incomplete bladder emptying, an urgent need to urinate frequently, and in some cases, urinary retention, where they are unable to fully void their bladder. The discomfort and frustration this causes can disrupt sleep and daytime activities and lead to a sense of helplessness. Imagine the exhaustion that comes with waking multiple times each night to use the bathroom, only to find you can't even empty your bladder. Women, on the other hand, frequently face a different but equally distressing issue: urinary incontinence. This is the involuntary leakage of urine, and it can happen at the most inconvenient moments when laughing, sneezing, coughing, or during physical activity. It's a condition that can be deeply embarrassing and isolating for many women, leading to feelings of shame or the desire to withdraw from social situations. And what many don't realize is that urinary incontinence is often the result of the natural aging process combined with factors such as childbirth and the hormonal changes associated with menopause. As the pelvic floor muscles weaken over time, the bladder loses some of its support, making it harder to control urination. Through women who have experienced the joy of giving birth may later find themselves facing this less joyous side effect and issue that many are reluctant to talk about. What makes these conditions even more concerning is their emotional and psychological impact. The physical inconvenience of frequent urination or incontinence is often coupled with feelings of embarrassment, anxiety, and even depression. It's not just about the physical act of urination. It's about the dignity and independence that many older adults feel they are losing. Simple activities that used to be taken for granted, like traveling, attending social gatherings, or even going out for a walk, can become fraught with anxiety when the possibility of a bathroom looms large. The fear of leakage or the constant need for a restroom nearby can turn once enjoyable outings into stressful experiences. This is why understanding these common urination issues is so critical, not only for the elderly themselves, but for their caregivers and loved ones. It's about more than managing a physical condition. It's about preserving dignity, independence, and emotional well-being. For many, seeking medical advice might feel like admitting defeat or an acknowledgement that they are no longer as capable as they once were. But the truth is that addressing these issues proactively can have a transformative effect. There are treatments and interventions available, from medication and physical therapy to minimally invasive procedures, that can significantly improve quality of life. Benign prostatic hyperplasia can be treated through medications that relax the muscles around the prostate or shrink its size. And for those with more severe cases, surgical options are available that can alleviate the pressure on the urethra and restore normal urination. Similarly, urinary incontinence in women can often be managed through pelvic floor exercises, lifestyle changes, or even surgery in more extreme cases. These options can provide immense relief, giving back the control and confidence that many seniors feel they have lost. In closing, it's vital to recognize that urinary health is an integral part of overall well-being, especially as we age. Ignoring the signs or dismissing them as just part of getting older can lead to more significant health problems down the line, from bladder infections to kidney damage. More importantly, it can erode the quality of life that so many older adults strive to maintain. By addressing these issues head-on, seeking the right medical care, and understanding that there is no shame in discussing urinary health, seniors can continue to live vibrant, active, and fulfilling lives free from the distress and limitations that come with untreated urination problems. In a world where we all hope to age gracefully, it's essential to remember that health challenges like these, while common, don't have to define our later years. They are simply part of the journey, one that can be navigated with care, understanding, and the right support. The connection between urination and overall health. Urination is far more than just a routine bodily function. It serves as a vital indicator of our overall health, acting much like the drainage system of a city. Just as a well-maintained drainage system ensures a city's cleanliness and smooth operation, a properly functioning urinary system is essential for keeping our bodies free of toxins and waste. It quietly works behind the scenes, but when problems arise, they can reveal a great deal about our underlying health. Any disruption in this delicate system can be the body's way of signaling that something deeper requires attention. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. Imagine a city where the drainage system starts to malfunction. Streets might flood, pollution would accumulate, and the city's infrastructure would gradually deteriorate. Our bodies respond similarly when the urinary system isn't working efficiently. The urinary system helps rid the body of waste, regulates hydration levels, and maintains the balance of essential nutrients. Any sudden change in urination, be it frequency, color, consistency, or even discomfort, can be an early sign that something is amiss. For instance, changes in the color of urine can provide a wealth of information. Dark yellow or amber urine might indicate dehydration, signaling that the body is not getting enough water to flush out waste effectively. In contrast, consistently pale or clear urine could suggest overhydration, or in some cases underlying kidney issues. Similarly, urine that takes on a cloudy or murky appearance may indicate an infection, while the presence of blood in the urine could point to a more serious condition like kidney stones or bladder cancer. Each variation tells a story about what's happening internally. The frequency of urination is another critical marker. Excessive urination or sudden, urgent need to urinate frequently can be a sign of diabetes, where the body struggles to manage blood sugar levels. In contrast, difficulty in urination or infrequent trips to the bathroom may hint at more serious complications like urinary retention, which is often associated with conditions like prostate enlargement in men or bladder dysfunction in women. Both scenarios, if left unchecked, can lead to serious health complications down the line. For older adults, these changes often manifest in the form of common issues like urinary tract infections, UTIs, which occur when bacteria enter the urinary tract. While a UTI might start as a mild discomfort, it can rapidly escalate into more severe complications if left untreated. In older adults, UTIs are particularly dangerous as they can quickly lead to kidney infections, sepsis, or in more severe cases, even hospitalization. What's more concerning is that the symptoms of a UTI may not always be as obvious in the elderly, sometimes presenting as confusion or delirium rather than pain or fever, making early detection all the more crucial. Beyond UTIs, persistent urination problems can also serve as a red flag for more chronic conditions. For men, issues with urination may be linked to prostate problems, such as benign prostatic hyperplasia, BF, or even prostate cancer. Difficulty starting urination, weak flow, or the feeling of incomplete bladder emptying are often the first signs of an underlying prostate condition. If ignored, these issues can progress, potentially leading to bladder damage or even kidney failure. Women, on the other hand, often deal with conditions like bladder incontinence or pelvic floor dysfunction, which can cause leakage or discomfort during urination. These problems are not only physically uncomfortable, but can also take a significant toll on emotional health, causing embarrassment, anxiety, social withdrawal. Addressing these concerns early, rather than dismissing them as an inevitable part of aging, is essential for maintaining both physical and mental well-being. Another critical concern is how urinary health is intricately tied to kidney function. The kidneys filter waste from the blood, and when urinary problems arise, it can indicate that the kidneys are struggling to do their job effectively. Chronic kidney disease, DAG, is a condition that can develop slowly over time, often without noticeable symptoms, until it has progressed to a more advanced stage. Early signs, such as changes in urination patterns, may be the only warning that something is wrong. When left unchecked, can lead to severe complications, including kidney failure, requiring dialysis or a kidney transplant. This is why paying attention to even the most subtle changes in urination can be a matter of life or death. The connection between urination and overall health extends beyond just physical symptoms. Emotional and psychological well-being are also impacted when urinary issues go unaddressed. For those who experience frequent urination or incontinence, anxiety over finding a restroom, fear of accidents, or embarrassment about seeking help can lead to a decline in quality of life. Social isolation, depression, and a reduced sense of independence are common consequences when individuals feel they are no longer in control of their bodily functions. Given the importance of urinary health, individuals must take proactive steps to monitor and address any changes in urination habits. Regular checkups with healthcare providers play a significant role in this process. These appointments are an opportunity to discuss any concerns, no matter how small or embarrassing they may feel. Open conversations with a doctor about urinary health can lead to early detection of issues like diabetes, kidney disease, prostate enlargement, or bladder dysfunction. With early intervention, many of these conditions can be treated or managed before they escalate into more serious health concerns. 4 urination habits that may indicate a shorter lifespan. Habit 1. Holding in urine. One seemingly innocent habit that many of us are guilty of is holding in urine for extended periods. Whether it's during a long meeting, a busy day, or just to avoid the inconvenience of finding a restroom. This habit might feel harmless at the moment, but the long-term effects can be surprisingly harmful. Consistently ignoring the body's natural urge to urinate can cause significant damage to urinary health, and these consequences can build up over time. When the bladder becomes overstretched due to holding urine too long, it can lose its elasticity, a critical function that allows the bladder to expand and contract as needed. Over time, this reduced elasticity makes it difficult for the bladder to fully empty during urination, leading to a condition known as urinary retention. The inability to empty the bladder creates a breeding ground for bacteria, which greatly increases the risk of bladder infections. For those who have ever suffered from a urinary tract infection, UTI, the discomfort and pain it causes are clear warnings of how crucial bladder health is to our overall well-being. But the complications don't stop there. Chronic bladder retention not only makes infections more likely, but it can also contribute to urinary incontinence. The constant strain placed on the bladder from repeatedly holding in urine weakens the muscles that control urination, making it harder to hold urine in as you age. This is a frustrating and often embarrassing condition that can severely impact the quality of life. Imagine the distress of no longer being able to trust your body's ability to control such a basic function. It's a situation no one wants to face, yet it can be avoided with simple mindfulness. Perhaps even more concerning is the fact that prolonged retention of urine can have a damaging effect on the kidneys. When the bladder becomes overfilled, the pressure can cause urine to flow backward, up into the kidneys, in a condition known as vesicular reflux. This backflow of urine can introduce harmful bacteria into the kidneys, leading to infections and even potentially life-threatening conditions like kidney damage or chronic kidney disease. For those who already struggle with kidney function, this added strain can accelerate the decline of kidney health, leading to more severe complications such as kidney failure. It's easy to brush off the need to urinate as a minor inconvenience, but when this becomes a habitual behavior, the risks start to add up. The body is finely tuned to give us signals when it's time to relieve ourselves, and ignoring these signals places unnecessary stress on critical systems like the bladder and kidneys. By simply responding to these urges promptly, you can help protect these vital organs and maintain better long-term urinary health. In the end, taking a moment to listen to your body and prioritize bladder health is a small step that can prevent a host of serious complications. For anyone looking to maintain their independence and well-being in later years, being mindful of habits like holding in urine is crucial. After all, it's not just about avoiding discomfort in the moment, it's about protecting your health in the long run. Habit 2. Straining to urinate. Straining to urinate is a habit that many may not recognize as harmful, but its long-term consequences can be severe. This behavior is especially common among men experiencing benign prostatic hyperplasia, BF, a condition where the prostate enlarges and obstructs the flow of urine. The sensation of incomplete emptying or difficulty starting urination often leads individuals to push harder to relieve the pressure in their bladder. However, this habit of straining can set off a chain reaction of health problems that extend beyond just the discomfort of the moment. CA. For men with BF, the enlarged prostate can squeeze the urethra, narrowing the passage for urine. As a result, the bladder muscles have to work harder to push the urine through the narrowed opening. Over time, this increased effort can weaken the bladder muscles, leading to urinary retention, where the bladder is unable to empty. The stagnant urine left in the bladder becomes a breeding ground for bacteria, greatly increasing the risk of urinary tract infections, UTIs. What begins as difficulty urinating can quickly spiral into more frequent infections, causing discomfort and pain and potentially requiring medical intervention. But the consequences of straining don't stop with infections. Constant straining can also lead to bladder damage. When you forcefully push during urination, the pressure can cause the bladder walls to weaken, stretch, or even form diverticular pouches that trap urine and further complicate the body's ability to empty the bladder properly. Over time, this can lead to a loss of bladder function and even bladder failure, where the organ is no longer able to do its job efficiently. One of the most serious risks of long-term straining, particularly when combined with urinary retention, is the possibility of kidney damage. When urine backs up into the bladder due to obstruction or incomplete emptying, the pressure can eventually affect the kidneys, leading to conditions such as hydronephrosis, swelling of the kidneys due to excess urine. If left unchecked, this can lead to chronic kidney disease or even kidney failure, requiring dialysis or a kidney transplant. What might start as a seemingly harmless urge to push harder while urinating can ultimately lead to life-threatening conditions that severely impact the quality of life. Moreover, straining during urination puts tremendous stress on the pelvic floor muscles, which play a crucial role in supporting the bladder, bowel, and sexual function. Over time, this stress can weaken these muscles, leading to problems like pelvic pain and urinary incontinence. Incontinence, the inability to control urination, can become an embarrassing and distressing condition that affects day-to-day life. For many, it can lead to anxiety, social withdrawal, and a reduced sense of independence. The emotional and psychological toll of these urinary problems is just as significant as the physical consequences. Straining to urinate may seem like a small issue in the beginning, but the long-term damage it can cause to your body and overall health is anything but minor. By addressing the root cause of the straining, whether it's BEF or another underlying issue, you can prevent these more severe complications. Seeking medical advice early is essential for anyone experiencing difficulty urinating or the need to strain. Treatments for BEF range from medications that relax the prostate and bladder muscles to more advanced procedures that can remove or shrink the prostate tissue causing the blockage. These interventions can relieve the need for strain and help restore normal bladder function, preventing further damage. Habit 3. Not drinking enough water. One of the most common, yet often underestimated, habits that can significantly affect urinary health is not drinking enough water. Dehydration is a silent disruptor, impacting nearly every system in the body, but its effects on the urinary system can be particularly dangerous. So when the body lacks sufficient water, the urine becomes more concentrated, setting the stage for a cascade of health problems that can have long-term repercussions. Concentrated urine is a red flag for potential kidney problems, specifically the formation of kidney stones. When the body is dehydrated, the urine contains a higher concentration of minerals and salts, such as calcium, oxalate, and uric acid. These substances can crystallize and form hard deposits in the kidneys, which are known as kidney stones. Once formed, these stones can lead to excruciating pain as they pass through the urinary tract, often blocking the flow of urine and causing intense discomfort. In some cases, the stones can become lodged, leading to a complete urinary blockage, which requires medical intervention. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The pain associated with kidney stones is often described as one of the most severe types of pain a person can experience, sometimes compared to labor pain or even worse. This sharp, stabbing sensation is caused by the stone moving through the ureter, the tube that connects the kidney to the bladder, and it can last for hours or even days. In addition to the pain, kidney stones can also lead to urinary infections, as the blockage they cause can create a buildup of bacteria. Left untreated, these infections can spread to the kidneys and result in serious complications such as sepsis, a life-threatening condition. Beyond the immediate pain and risk of kidney stones, inadequate hydration can also compromise the kidney's ability to function properly. The kidneys are responsible for filtering waste and excess fluids from the blood, producing urine in the process. When you don't drink enough water, the kidneys struggle to perform this essential function effectively, leading to a buildup of toxins in the body. So over time, this can contribute to chronic kidney disease, DAG, condition where the kidneys gradually lose their ability to function, potentially leading to kidney failure. Dehydration doesn't just affect kidney health, it impacts overall well-being. Many people don't realize that symptoms like fatigue, dizziness, and difficulty concentrating are often linked to not drinking enough water. When the body is dehydrated, it cannot circulate blood as efficiently, leading to reduced energy levels and impaired cognitive function. Additionally, dehydration can cause constipation, dry skin, and headaches, all of which detract from the quality of life. For those who already have existing kidney or urinary issues, not drinking enough water can be especially detrimental. Without adequate hydration, the risk of complications like urinary tract infections, UTIs, increases. The kidneys need water to flush out bacteria and toxins effectively, and without enough fluids, harmful bacteria can take hold, leading to infections that may spread to the bladder or kidneys. This is why staying hydrated is critical for preventing not only kidney stones, but also infections that can damage the urinary system. Unfortunately, many people, especially older adults, tend to drink less water as they age. This could be due to a diminished sense of thirst, difficulty getting up to use the restroom frequently, or simply not realizing how much their body needs. However, the importance of hydration becomes even more critical as we age, as the kidneys naturally lose some of their function over time. The less water we drink, the harder it becomes for the kidneys to do their job, and the more susceptible we become to urinary complications. The good news is that these risks can be greatly reduced by making a conscious effort to stay hydrated throughout the day. Drinking the recommended amount of water, about 8 glasses a day or more, depending on activity level and climate, helps keep the urine diluted, reducing the concentration of minerals that form kidney stones. It also supports the kidneys in their role of filtering waste from the body, ensuring that toxins are properly flushed out and preventing the buildup that leads to infections or long-term kidney damage. Staying hydrated also brings numerous other benefits, including improved energy levels, better skin health, and enhanced digestion. It even plays a role in maintaining cognitive function, helping to keep the mind sharp and focused. Hydration is a simple yet powerful habit that can profoundly influence overall health and well-being, from preventing painful kidney stones to supporting the body's ability to eliminate waste. Habit 4. Frequent nighttime urination. Frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, might seem like a simple inconvenience, a minor disruption to an otherwise peaceful night's rest. However, for many individuals, especially older adults, nocturia is far more than just an annoyance. It can serve as an important warning sign for more serious health issues, and its impact on daily life can be profound. Waking up once in the night to use the bathroom might be manageable, but when this becomes a frequent occurrence 2, 3, or even more times each night, it can severely disrupt sleep patterns. Sleep deprivation, resulting from repeated interruptions, can lead to chronic fatigue, irritability, and a diminished ability to concentrate or perform daily activities. Over time, these disruptions can also contribute to mental health issues such as anxiety and depression, as the cumulative effects of poor sleep erode both physical and emotional well-being. One of the most concerning consequences of nocturia, particularly in older adults, is the increased risk of falls and subsequent injuries. Getting out of bed multiple times during the night, often in the dark or while groggy, significantly raises the chances of stumbling or tripping. Falls can lead to serious injuries, such as fractures or head trauma, and for older individuals, these injuries can have lasting effects, sometimes requiring hospitalization or rehabilitation. Falls also frequently contribute to a loss of independence, as recovering from an injury at an advanced age can be a long and challenging process. Nocturia doesn't just indicate an overactive bladder. It can also be a symptom of underlying health conditions that need to be addressed. For instance, frequent nighttime urination is often linked to issues like diabetes, where high blood sugar levels cause increased urine production as the kidneys attempt to flush excess glucose from the body. People with undiagnosed or poorly managed diabetes may find themselves waking up multiple times at night due to the need to urinate, which can be a crucial signal to seek medical evaluation. Additionally, heart disease is another condition that can manifest as nocturia. When the heart isn't functioning properly, fluid can accumulate in the legs during the day and is reabsorbed into the bloodstream when lying down at night. The kidneys then work to process this excess fluid, leading to increased urine production and frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom. Nocturia can thus be an early warning sign of congestive heart failure or other cardiovascular issues that should not be ignored. For men, prostate problems are a common cause of nocturia, particularly benign prostatic hyperplasia, BF, which can obstruct the flow of urine and make it difficult to fully empty the bladder. This results in a frequent need to urinate, both during the day and night. In more serious cases, nocturia can signal prostate cancer, so it is vital for men experiencing these symptoms to seek medical advice and undergo regular screenings. Nocturia may also be associated with kidney disease or urinary tract infections, UTAs. As kidney function declines, the body's ability to regulate fluid balance is affected, often leading to increased nighttime urination. Infections or inflammation in the bladder or urinary tract can also cause frequent urination, discomfort, and a constant sense of urgency. These conditions can have serious consequences if left untreated, leading to chronic health issues and decreased quality of life. Beyond the physical risks, the emotional and psychological toll of nocturia cannot be overlooked. For many, the constant need to urinate during the night can lead to anxiety about sleep, affecting their ability to fall asleep in the first place. The frustration of repeatedly waking up can lead to feelings of helplessness, particularly when the cause of nocturia remains unidentified or untreated. Over time, the lack of restful sleep and the constant disruption can begin to weigh heavily, affecting mood, cognitive function, and overall mental health. Addressing nocturia requires a multifaceted approach, starting with open communication with a healthcare provider. It's crucial to recognize that frequent nighttime urination isn't just an inevitable part of aging, it's often a symptom of an underlying health condition that needs attention. Lifestyle changes such as adjusting fluid intake before bed, limiting caffeine or alcohol consumption, and managing conditions like diabetes, blood pressure, can help reduce the frequency of nocturia. In some cases, medications or treatments to address prostate enlargement or heart issues may be necessary to alleviate the symptoms. What to do when experiencing abnormalities in urination? When it comes to urinary health, paying attention to even the smallest changes can make a significant difference in detecting and addressing underlying health issues. Whether it's increased frequency, difficulty in urinating, pain, or discomfort, these symptoms are often the body's way of signaling that something isn't quite right. While it might be tempting to brush off these changes as minor inconveniences, ignoring them could allow more serious conditions to develop unnoticed. That's why it's crucial to take action early to safeguard your overall health. The first step when experiencing any abnormalities in urination is to seek medical advice. Consulting a healthcare professional is vital in determining what might be causing the changes and how best to treat them. A healthcare provider will ask detailed questions about your symptoms, such as how often you're urinating, any discomfort you're feeling, or changes in the color or smell of your urine. They will use this information to assess whether further testing is needed. And in doing so, they can identify issues early on before they escalate into more serious health problems. This is especially important for older adults, as regular checkups can catch early signs of conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, or prostate issues, which can all present through changes in urination. One of the most commonly used diagnostic tools for assessing urinary health is a urinalysis. This simple, non-invasive test involves examining a sample of your urine to check for various substances, including proteins, blood, bacteria, and glucose. A urinalysis can reveal a wealth of information about your health. For example, the presence of bacteria may indicate a urinary tract infection, UTI, while blood in the urine could be a sign of a more serious condition like kidney stones or bladder cancer. Elevated glucose levels in urine are often a sign of diabetes, while the presence of protein may suggest kidney damage. Because urinalysis is both straightforward and highly informative, it's a critical part of routine health checkups. And if any abnormalities are detected, your healthcare provider can act quickly to recommend the appropriate treatments or refer you to a specialist. In addition to consulting a healthcare professional and undergoing diagnostic tests, it's equally important to take a proactive approach to your health by monitoring your own symptoms closely. Keeping a detailed record of any changes in urination can be incredibly helpful when it comes to medical consultations. Take note of the frequency of urination, whether it has increased or decreased, and whether you're waking up multiple times during the night to urinate. Pay attention to the color and consistency of your urine, whether it's darker, cloudy, or has a strong odor. Any sensations of discomfort or pain, whether it's a burning sensation during urination or the feeling that your bladder isn't emptying fully, should also be documented. By bringing these details to your healthcare provider, you can help them make a more accurate diagnosis and take swift action to address any underlying issues. For individuals who are already managing chronic conditions like diabetes or kidney disease, staying vigilant about changes in urination is even more critical. Fluctuations in urinary habits can be an early indicator that these conditions are worsening or that additional complications are developing. By maintaining an open dialogue with healthcare providers, you can adjust your treatment plan as needed to ensure that your condition is being managed effectively. Alongside seeking professional medical care, there are also some lifestyle changes that can support better urinary health. Staying hydrated is one of the most important things you can do. Drinking plenty of water helps flush out toxins and keeps the urinary system functioning smoothly. Additionally, reducing your intake of caffeine, alcohol, and acidic foods can help if you're experiencing bladder irritation or frequent urination. For those dealing with urinary incontinence, pelvic floor exercises like Kegels can help strengthen the muscles around the bladder and improve control. Maintaining good urination habits. Maintaining good urination habits is essential for overall health, especially as we age. Our urinary system plays a critical role in filtering out waste and regulating hydration, and poor habits can lead to significant issues over time. By taking care of this system early, we can prevent discomfort, infections, and other long-term complications. But here are some key tips for maintaining good urination habits to ensure your urinary system remains healthy and functions optimally. One of the most fundamental aspects of urinary health is staying hydrated. Water intake is crucial because it helps dilute urine, preventing it from becoming overly concentrated with minerals and toxins. Well-hydrated individuals are less likely to suffer from urinary tract infections, UTIs, or bladder irritation, both of which can be painful and disrupt daily life. Aim to drink at least 8 glasses of water per day, although this number may need to be adjusted based on your activity level, climate, and specific health needs. For instance, if you're active or live in a hot climate, your body will need more water to stay hydrated. The more water you drink, the more effectively your urinary system can flush out harmful bacteria and prevent infections from taking hold. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 4 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The diet also plays a significant role in urinary health. Consuming foods with a high water content, such as cucumbers, watermelon, and celery, can help keep hydrated and support better urination habits. These foods are not only refreshing, but also contribute to the body's fluid balance, making it easier for the kidneys and bladder to function effectively. Additionally, you should be mindful of foods that can irritate the bladder or increase the frequency of urination. Caffeine, alcohol, and spicy foods are common culprits that can cause bladder irritation or worsen symptoms in those already experiencing urinary issues. By minimizing your intake of these triggers, you'll reduce the strain on your bladder and promote more regular, comfortable urination. Another essential dietary tip is to maintain a diet rich in fiber. While fiber is usually associated with digestive health, it also indirectly benefits your urinary system. Constipation, caused by lack of fiber, can place additional pressure on the bladder, leading to urinary discomfort and frequent urination. By including whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and legumes in your diet, you support better digestion and reduce the likelihood of constipation, which in turn helps maintain better bladder function. Regular exercise is another cornerstone of urinary habits. Physical activity supports overall bodily functions and helps maintain healthy body weight, which is essential for reducing the risk of urinary problems. Excess body weight, particularly around the abdomen, can place undue pressure on the bladder, leading to issues such as stress incontinence or frequent urination. Engaging in regular exercise, such as walking, swimming, or cycling, can help improve bladder control and prevent these issues. Additionally, specific exercises that target the pelvic floor muscles, such as Kegel exercises, are highly effective for strengthening the muscles that support the bladder and help prevent or manage urinary incontinence. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week. along with strength training exercises, to maintain a healthy urinary system and overall fitness. Beyond lifestyle changes, one of the most proactive steps you can take in maintaining good urinary health is scheduling regular health checkups. Routine visits to a healthcare provider are essential for early detection of urinary issues or related health concerns. During these checkups, your healthcare provider may conduct a urinalysis, a test that can detect infections, kidney issues, or early signs of diabetes, all of which can affect urinary health. By catching potential problems early, you can take appropriate steps to address them before they become more serious, ensuring that your urinary system continues to function well as you age. In addition to regular checkups, maintaining open communication with your healthcare provider is crucial. If you notice any changes in your urination habits, such as increased frequency, discomfort, or changes in the color or odor of your urine, it's important to discuss these symptoms with your doctor. Early intervention can prevent minor issues from developing into more significant health concerns, and being proactive about your health is one of the best ways to ensure long-term well-being. Thank you so much for watching. We've covered a lot of important information about maintaining good urination habits and overall urinary health. Now we want to hear from you. What have you learned so far? Is there one key takeaway that you'll be putting into practice to improve your urinary health? Share that one thing in the comments below, whether it's staying hydrated, making dietary changes, or committing to regular exercise. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable health tips and advice. Your support means the world to us. Stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.